Hello and welcome to coverage of the Android Netrunner Invitational Finals, recorded at Cheap Thrills on 4th of February 2016. The Winter Invitational was a series we ran over the month of January to introduce more organised play at the shop and get some weekly events going. So we ran 4 Swiss tournaments on a Thursday evening throughout January, with the winner of each being invited to a double elimination final taking place. The winner of which would receive a deluxe expansion of their choice and a data pack for second. So on the left you've got myself, Sam playing Haarpsichord, and on the right is Simon playing Iain Stirling. We've got a terrible camera angle as we were trying to fit all the matches in individually to record in one evening, and I didn't set up as well as I could have. So open ever sweep hedge fund, and then ice on HQ. So Simon starts immediately with a double to play hostage, and is going to bring out a film critic, which definitely makes sense against Haarpsichord. It's going to enable him to get 2 agendas per turn rather than the 1.
That's fine. No, that's fine, not a problem.
Also get around any kind of anything I might be playing with mid-seasons possibly. Click freeze dirty laundry into R&D. And Simon's just draw it for end of turn. Jackson Howard straight down, clicking him immediately to draw up and get some cards into my hand. And click freeze to Jackson again. It's going to allow me to sculpt what I want in my hand a little more. Discard some stuff. Can't see what's in the hand. Can't see archives either. Fantastic camera angles, if I say so myself. So Simon's got an unprotected R&D. He could check archives to try and force the Jackson pop. Click Y is going for R&D. Wherever it is, goes straight back on top. Simon runs Jackson, pays the trash. I'm not going to pop. And then it's an easy mark to gain some credits from Simon. So I am playing the 24/7 convenience shop kill. Simon knows that, I think, and I also know Simon's deck relatively well. I know he's playing New Angeles City Hall, so he can avoid tags if they come down. So I'm really going to have to try and rush to try and get a kill before he can set himself up to avoid it. There's the breaking news: install double advance to score out. That's gonna enable part of the 24/7 kill combo. Simon starts for draw. R&D still unprotected, so Simon's probably gonna want to go and double check that again at some point. Yeah, click free R&D interface, so Simon can get a real lock on what's coming into my hand now. Click 4, double check.
Yes, yeah, take it. Sorry,
Yeah, we've just noticed that Simon forgot to take his 2 credits for Iain Stirling at the start of the table, which he rectifies now. And he's going to host that profiteering on the film critic. Main reason for hosting is to avoid any kind of mid-seasons. I'm not actually running mid-seasons in the deck anyway. Another Jackson installed. drawing through now, so Simon doesn't know what I'm getting at, and I've iced R&D there as well. So there's New Angeles City Hall. So that pretty much means that unless Simon runs himself out of money, my kill is off the table now. And I'm going to have to try and score out, which the deck can do, but it's certainly not what it's built to do. And there's a Fulgur there, which can get him the money. So I'm Jackson in click 1. As soon as New Angeles City Hall comes down, then I pretty much have to change what I'm planning to do. I'm going to have to try and set up some kind of scoring remotes now. Can't really fast advance out of this deck. I've not got anything, no sands, anything like that. Simon gains 2 credits to start a turn. Because the Profiteerian's on the Film Critic, it means he's still actually losing the game to make him take advantage of his ID. He might want to poke HQ, then go for the remote to try and tempt the res on the ice. There's a HQ interface down, so Simon's now seen 2 cards from both HQ and R&D when he accesses, and that's a gang sign as well. Which means he doesn't even need to run my hand to get accesses now, because it's going to happen if I score. Draws for the last clip of his turn.
Yeah, cool. I was going to film critic, and then I decided not to, and just do like one thing instead.
You're on 5 at the minute.
5 cards. Yeah.
Click 1's a sweeps week. I'm not sure what's in that new remote there. I might have to try and bait a run from Simon, possibly. Might be a news team. Okay, so Simon gets his ID money again, because Profiteer is still hosted on Film Critic. He's probably in no rush to clear that right now. As long as he can take advantage to keep the money rolling, then he might as well stay there. And as I say that, he proves me completely wrong and decides to put the Profiteering into his score area. What do I know? He's checking archives. Which, yeah, remove Jackson from the game. There's clearly some agendas in there.
2 face downs there, Jackson.
So there's 2 face downs and the Jackson he trashed earlier in the game, both all going back into R&D. There's an easy mark there for some more money from Simon. So install overwriting what I presume was a news team there. Click 2 is a hedge fund for more money. And a single advance on that. So that was probably off a Palooza. Put Simon off running, but although I'm quite comfortable for money, so he probably doesn't care too much about giving me 5 if he feels he can get in there at all. Presumably he'll have to at least respect it by trying to give that a run. Okay, he's running R&D, click 1. There's a resident special offer, which is just going to make even more money, but let him in for 2 cards. The first is an offer Explodapalooza. That goes on to Film Critic, which means I don't gain the money from it because he hasn't actually accessed it. Click 2, looks like Simon's going to draw a card. Possibly looking for an inside job. 3-4, he's going to put Explodapalooza into his score area.
1, 2, 3.
On my time, I'm going to score out. There's an Explodapalooza. And then now, in the ultimate exciting moment of the game, first of all, Simon's going to keep his gang sign, HQ in the face. Sees a 24/7 actually, I believe, from my hand, and pretty much laughs it off because he realises that's irrelevant. And that's when the SD card ran out on the game because I forgot to clear it before the start of the tournament, which is really frustrating because this turned out to be a really quite exciting game, a really tight finish. The game would play through till Simon was on 5 points and myself also on 5 points. I have a Beal installed on the board behind some ice. Simon struggles to find icebreakers this game. Decides that he's not going to go for it. Realises it probably is an agenda. Runs an R&D to access 2 cards. The top card is a news team. If he takes the tags, he knows I've got the kill in hand. But equally, if he takes the -1, then that's kind of pointless because he knows. I think he's realised there's the Beal out to score. So he takes the 2 tags, finds the second card, and it was the final for Palooza, and he does manage to win. So yeah, sadly it didn't come out on camera. It was really exciting end to the game. Apologies to Simon because I know as soon as we finished the game, we were both saying what a tight finish it was and how interesting it was going to be to watch it back. And then I realised my SD card had full of memory. That result sees Simon moving forwards. I drop down to the losers bracket to face whoever loses the game between Charlie and Matt, which we'll have next on the channel.